Can you hear me? Can you see me? Boys. Oh, am I exhausted. So, I went to Florida, as promised. It's a little quiet. Is there any... Can we get any sound happening? We solved a puzzle in the last one. And,
Wait!
Oh, okay, well, Clover wants to talk to me, so I guess I do have to pay attention to her. But first, before I pay attention to her, it's worth noting that I also need to turn up the air, because, holy shit, I'm hot? Alright, one moment. Fuck. Mind you, it's winter. It's like 10 degrees outside. So Florida was colder and windier than we would have hoped. It was like a little fucking monsoon over there, but I did get to ride some roller coasters at Busch Gardens in Tampa, Florida. I was supposed to be home yesterday in time for stream because yesterday was supposed to be an 11 o'clock a.m. flight back home to Buffalo. I should have been home by afternoon, well, early afternoon, and like had time to take a nap, relax, unwind, unpack, and get my shit together. But you guys know me and flying and how it never works, tragically. So they played my the first plane played my very favorite game, which is we've delayed your flight by only 30 minutes. And I'm like, oh, well, that really sucks. And I do have a connection to make. I have a layover, so let's hope that that's not too big of a delay. And then, I already get to the airport. So now I'm stuck in the airport, going to my gate. Your flight has been delayed an hour. Okay, well, now we're on a really tight cross. And so now the stress is in because now we're in the territory of I no longer know if I'm going to be able to make my next flight or not because that's running it way too tight on the connection time. So that's going to have me really fucking stressed out. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting and I get another text. Your flight is now delayed 2 hours. And I'm like, well, it's time to talk to a gate agent because the flight has been delayed so long that there's no chance in hell I'm making my connection flights. All right, my first plane is now scheduled with its delays to take off allegedly about like 5 minutes before I should start boarding my second flight. So that's not going to work out for us very well. So unfortunately, there's nobody at the gate. So the gate for my flight, despite the fact that my flight should have already left and it's getting these mysterious delays and nobody knows why, nobody is working the gates here. That might be part of the problem with the delays. I don't know because they don't communicate why you're being delayed. They just say you're delayed. Good luck, everybody. So I go to the gate next to me, the next gate over where there is a gate agent, and I try to explain my situation. Hey, my flight's being delayed. I'm going to miss my second flight. What can you do to help? And this gate agent is like, sir, you're going to have to talk to a gate agent for your flight. I've got this flight to work on. And I'm like, hey, I don't mean to be that guy. I'm so sorry, but there is nobody working my gate. My gate is abandoned. I don't have an employee to go to. You are a gate agent. I know that you have the capacity to help me get rebooked. So I don't want to be a dick here. Can we just work collaboratively with each other? And she's like, no. You can call the customer service line. I don't got time for that. I'm like, okay, well, okay. It's funny, though, because there was another guy, a man who, that was the female gate agent. There was a male gate. There were two gate agents working at this gate. And when I was airing my grievance about why is nobody at my gate, this is an active flight that's just being delayed. The guy was like, well, yeah, they fired everybody. They did mass layoffs. We've got no fucking employees here. Half the gates in here have nobody manning them, even though they've got planes and active flights. I'm like, oh, that sounds great and good and proper. Woo! Yay! So I'm calling the customer service line. And I'm also trying to Google flights on my own. And there is a flight that could get me a direct flight from Tampa to Buffalo. But that flight is with Southwest Airlines. And American Airlines is like, sorry, we don't partner with them. We're not putting you on that flight. They do have, like, some airlines do have partnerships. They have alliances, allegiances. When they fuck up and they can't get you where they go, they have these partnerships with other airlines, and they can, like, you know, put you on another airline's flight sometimes. But a lot of that is also incredibly discretionary. I've learned this the hard way because I'm a regular person, and I've played the game of being told it is impossible to do that. It's not possible. We literally could not do that for you. Until sometimes when they fuck up real bad, or sometimes if you are angry enough, it's crazy because sometimes you learn that, oh, no. Impossible is just a word that people use to handle you. It is actually quite possible. I've had it done for me before. So that's one of those piss in my face and tell me it's raining things that really, really gets under my skin. I hate being told it is not possible to do something when the real answer is we won't do that for you. I'd almost rather be told straight up, you won't do it for me. So anyways, the only flight that they would rebook me on is one at like 11 o'clock at night. And that's stressing me out because I'm like, all right, well, it's 11 o'clock in the morning. So now I'm supposed to hang around the airport for 12 fucking hours. I returned my rental car. I guess it's long enough that I could Uber and go away from the airport. But like now you're talking about me racking up more Uber fees. So I guess I'll just stay in the airport, eat the expensive airport food, which I did do. I did have lunch and dinner in the airport. There was the time period, there was for a moment, because the flight was delayed so many hours, they did have to do the thing where they're like, if you cancel the flight, you can get a partial refund. A partial refund because, again, I'm booking round-trip tickets. So half of my trip was taken. I did go to Tampa, Florida. So they would only refund me the amount for my return, but they also couldn't tell me how much I would get. They basically said, you have to deal with that after the fact in disputes. So what you would do is we would cancel the flight now, and then you would file a dispute, and then at a later date, after that dispute is like handled, then we would determine how much money we give you as a refund. And so I'm sitting here like, that's a real fun trap that you pull on people, because I'm like literally the reason I'm asking about the refund is I'm trying to find out, like I'm trying to do cost benefit analysis. There is a Southwest flight. I'm trying to figure out, would it be like within reason, like in terms of the money I'd get back if I canceled and demanded a refund from American Airlines, to then rebook myself to buy my own plane ticket on the Southwest Airlines flight. And would those two numbers, the price of the Southwest ticket, be comparable to the amount of a refund I would get back from American Airlines? But they weren't helpful in me figuring that out, of course. God forbid. Flying is just a lot of a nightmare. I do, in fact, hate it. But I did get home after about 16 hours in airports and planes for what should have been... Oh, the best part. So when I finally land in Buffalo, mind you, our plane finally lands. It's now after midnight, and... Oh, bless this pilot. He sounded like a really nice guy, and he was stuck on the plane with us too, so I don't fault him. Oh, I'm so sorry, folks. I've got good news and I've got bad news. The good news is well, which do you want first? The good news is that we do have staff here that are actively working on the situation. The bad news is that here's the situation, folks. The taxiway is not shoveled. The lines for the lines that the plane is supposed to use as a guide to pull up to the gate bridge is not shoveled. It hasn't been maintained. And so we have to wait for staff to show up and shovel. So after landing in Buffalo, we were stuck on the plane for an extra hour before a full hour. That's not an exaggeration. An hour of time elapsed that we were at a standstill on the plane in Buffalo, New York, waiting for the lines to be shoveled so we could pull up to the gate and get off of the plane. So I just... And I know I have these stories a lot, because I travel a lot. I'm cultured. Even though most of my transgender, most of my travel is within the United States. I just, I love to be in new places. I hate flying. I hate flying more than anything else. And it's not because I'm scared of flying. Believe it or not, I do not have the fear that the planes are going to fall out of the ground, fall out of the sky. Have I been drinking? I do trust, somehow I still trust the safety of the planes that will get from point A to point B in one piece. But I just know if I have to go through an airport, if I have to take a plane, I'm going to have to deal with hell. Oh, and while I was waiting in the airport for 12 hours, it would also be interested to know that the woman sitting next to me threw up all over the floor. That's a fun one. I feel a little bit bad making. I don't know what her situation was, but my educated guess is that she was on some type of drugs. She was a drugged out woman, just not there, very, very much out of it. She ralphed all over the floor, all over herself. I'm sitting next to her and I'm like, oh God, the smell. And so I'm trying to like move away, but trying to be like, hey ma'am, are you okay? But she's just like, yeah, I'm fine. And I don't really want to be touched by her. So I get up and I go get a faculty member, a person who's walking around and is like, I don't know if they're TSA or security or something. I'm like, hey, there's this woman. She kind of puked and she's kind of just like sitting in the chair. I don't know if she's okay. I don't know what she's on. Could you go check it out? And that person, they go over and they tap her on the shoulder and like, ma'am, do you need any medical assistance? And she's like, nah, I don't need any of that. And he leaves. He's like, okay, ma'am. And he walked away. And I was like, well, that's odd because there's vomit all over the floor. I felt like maybe more should have been done. And then, like, you know, an hour passes because, again, I'm waiting in this airport for 12 hours. An hour passes of, like, people in the airport walking by, looking horrified at her, trying to, like, avoid her at all costs. Now she has an entire row to herself because the airport's packed. Everybody's trying to find a seat. So every seat is absolutely filled except for this one woman who has a whole row to herself because nobody dares to sit down anywhere near her. And so finally, after an hour, then more like a group of like 3 or 4 security people come all together and they took her away. And I don't know what happened to her after that. So that was that situation. And then after those like 4 people took her away, a janitor came by with a broom and like the dustpan thing that, you know, you sweep as if you're sweeping up popcorn. He's trying to sweep this woman's chunky liquidy vomit. And then when he's like, this isn't very effective, he comes back with like a roll of paper towels and he just places paper towels on the ground over her vomit. And so I was like, and I'm like watching all of this happen and my cynicism towards the world, I just sit here, my flight's not working, I'm watching this chaos where the staff don't know what to do with this woman, and I don't even necessarily blame them. It's more like I sit in this moment of, I'm like, hey, the world of professionalism is really such an illusion. This isn't unique to airlines. Anywhere you go, every industry, every job, every company, all of these are simply human people, the vast majority of whom are just like not really equipped to handle any situation that deviates even slightly from their normal regular operating procedure on a day-to-day basis. And I'm just like, yeah, it's so interesting to watch. I was very observant. What else was I going to do? Anyways, I've wasted enough of your guys' time. I love to rant. All right, Clover, talk to me. Clover's voice stopped me. What is it? I turned to see her pointing toward the wall with the treatment pods.
The screen, it changed.
What do you mean?
The screen on the pod's monitor thingy.
Oh yeah. It says recent operational records. I stepped closer and I began to read. What it said was interesting. Currently treating one subject. That one subject had to have meant Cork. This was the pod that we put him into, after all. I read onward. 7:48. One subject released. 8:06. One subject successfully restored. 8:16. Cold sleep mode disengaged. Beginning restoration of one subject. All prior records have been erased. Authorization admin. I checked the other pods. They were all the same. One subject released at 7:48. One subject restored at 8:06. Cold sleep mode disengaged at 8:16. Beginning restoration of one subject. All right, well, given that I know the big spoiler that Tenmyoji is Junpei, and knowing that we just did this puzzle where we restored the plant, the old decrepit dying plant, into a rejuvenated youthful beauty, I have to wonder if these subjects are all like people who've been put in the pods and reversed. Like Alice and Clover, theoretically, you would think, should be old and dusty and crusty like Tenmyoji, but they're not. So maybe Alice and Clover were in these sleep pods. All prior records have been erased. Authorization admin. But then why was Tenmyoji not? What is all this?
I think it's saying that about 8 hours ago, somebody in this pod woke up from cold sleep. Well, 3 people, actually.
I guess.
One for each pod. They all say the same thing, see?
That's before we all woke up, huh? I mean, it hasn't been 8 hours yet.
Yeah.
So the 3 people could be 3 of us. They could have been captured earlier, and who knows how much earlier. Then they thawed out 8 hours ago, and they were carried into the AB rooms.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Alright, so we're thinking Clover and Alice for sure. Who would be the 3rd person?
I really don't think there'd be anyone else in here besides the 9 of us. Well, I guess it's actually the 10 of us, huh?
Maybe. There's a delay for you guys in the game audio? What does that mean? Oh, I think I see it now that you mention it. Oh, that's interesting. How do I fix something like that? Is it on my regular screen? I don't know how to fix something like that. Hang on. Oops.
Don't ask me. How am I supposed to know that? All it says is subject. A, that's creepy. B, it doesn't tell us anything about who they might have been.
It doesn't say when they were put into cold sleep either.
And this bit, where it says, all prior records have been erased. Authorization admin. That seems pretty suspicious to me.
I'll say. I wonder why they wouldn't just write the time, though.
What?
Well, you said it yourself. The log says 8 hours ago. Yeah, I was actually reading it as a time. But it wasn't a time. It wasn't 9:15 a.m. Those minus signs have to mean this far in the past. Who would ever write the time like that?
Yeah, that is weird.
Maybe Zero Senior doesn't want us to know what the actual time is.
Why not?
Hell if I know. Speaking of things I don't know, why did this stuff suddenly show up? It seems like whatever it was that triggered this activated as soon as we opened the door to leave.
Wouldn't that mean Zero Senior set it up to work that way?
Maybe. Yeah, but why? That's the thing I'm asking. I wonder if it's like that on my 3DS. No, it's not like that on my 3DS.
Maybe he wanted us to see the records.
Perhaps, but he deleted a bunch of the data. The good news is, this particular game, it doesn't seem like this is that big of a deal, having the audio desynced. But, in other games it will be. So, I guess I'll leave it for now, and I'll try to tinker with it when it becomes more of a problem. Why?
Could it all be a trick?
A trick?
All of these records are fake. Zero Senior just set it up to mess with us.
So you're saying this was just a joke?
Well, I can't say for sure, but it seems possible. Right?
No, that doesn't make sense.
Well, let's ask somebody else.
Okay.
Maybe they can think of something.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess you're right. If the AB gates have opened, we need to be heading back to the warehouse anyway.
Yeah, and we need to tell everyone what happened with Quark.
We double-checked that Quark was all right in his pod, then hurried out of the treatment center. Back to the maps. I mean, I guess it's a little bit more noticeable when doors are opening. Is this another warehouse? Let me try one thing, actually. Alright, give me 1 second. Da-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Can you hear me now, Maya? La 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 la. Have I fixed it? Pay attention.
Objection!
Do these clicks seem like they're in unison with the visual? I think I might have fixed it. Now my voice is desynced? You're joking. Wait. Are you sure? It looks fine on my end.
It looks just like the other one.
Huh?
Hey, could you show me that map? Yeah, I thought so. This one is right under the floor A warehouse.
Okay. Huh, so it is.
Oh. Are those?
Those doors are white.
And there are 3 of them.
Okay, let's go take a closer look.
I knew it. These are chromatic doors.
Hell yeah.
See?
Am I able to skip anything here?
They've got a little box.
Guess not. I guess we'll be coming back here pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, we might not have to. We both have 6 BP right now.
Clover, are you suggesting we betray? Well, yeah, that's true.
We're a pair, right? And
Yeah.
who's our opponent?
Quark.
Exactly.
You want to betray Quark?
But he's in the pod right now, so...
If no vote is...
You aren't.
Weren't you planning to? I thought that was why you were okay with option C when we were making the groups.
I wasn't thinking like that. I just thought that with Quark's condition, I'd get to choose ally and not have to worry about being betrayed.
Oh, come on. You don't need to lie to me.
I'm not lying.
We're partners. That means we share the same destiny. So let's not hide anything from each other, okay?
I'm not hiding anything, you psychopath.
Wait, You're serious?
Yeah.
You were really going to pick Ally?
Yeah.
Whoa, hold on a second there. We might not get another chance like this. Let's say we ally and get up to 8 points. We don't know if we'll be able to get any points next round. For all we know, there might not even be a next round. There are 3 other people with 6 BP, right? Dio, Kay, and Phi. What do you think's going to happen if one of them gets 9 points this round?
Well, you raise a fair point there, actually. That's not gonna happen, though.
Why not?
Phi and Luna are playing against Tenmyoji. He's only got 1 BP left. I really don't think that they would pick Betray. If Tenmyoji picked Ally, they'd kill him. The same goes for Dio. He's playing against Alice and Kay, and Alice's BP...
Don't even think about that.
I agree, but her BP is the same as Tenmyoji's. So unless Dio's willing to kill somebody, he won't be able to get his BP to 9.
Then Alice has to vote Betray.
I love how Tenmyoji is like, I trust Clover. I don't trust any of you fuckers, but I trust Clover. And then Clover's like, oh my god, what if we betrayed Quark? I mean, yeah, Tenmyoji is flawed. He's totally biased, right? Because we know that he knows Clover. But we're not supposed to know that. But I know that. And that's the only reason he thinks that he trusts her. That's generally the best defensive choice.
But if Dio chooses Ally, then Kay would have 9 BP. Jeez. Well, it's just like I said then. If Kay gets 9 BP, then there won't be a third AB game.
That's not necessarily the case.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
Nope. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on!
So you think that Kay will stay here? Even if he gets enough points to leave?
Maybe we ambush him. I don't know. But it's possible.
No, it's not.
Well, we can think about how we're going to vote later. Listen, I've had these voting conversations so many times, I really don't care anymore.
Fine.
Alright, let's just go back to floor A and do it. After a few moments, I heard Clover's footsteps follow behind me. What the hell did you make me... What the hell was that door animation for? Take your time.
Clover.
Alice!
Oh, thank goodness you're back.
Right.
Yep.
Are we the last ones? Yep, okay. So what are we doing today, team?
Where's Quark?
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Tenmyoji is being Tenmyoji, furious and crotchety as always. From the way he was stomping toward me, I felt like I only had a few seconds before I was on the ground with his hands around my neck. My neck! Mind you, we're the good guys. Me, alone. I explained what had happened with Quark and the pause as quickly as I could.
So are these pod things really safe?
Oh.
Probably.
Probably?
They're definitely safe. He's fine.
Are they safe or aren't they?
They're safe. Calm down.
Look, I'm just worried about him, all right? Can you take me to this treatment center, Clover?
Don't
worry. We've still got 20 minutes left. Plenty of time to go have a look and come back.
Okay.
Okay. Come on then.
As soon as she finished, she was off. Tenmyoji followed at her heels, and in the blink of an eye, they were gone, out the magenta door. What if Clover was testing me? What if she was only pretending to be interested in betraying him to see how I would react? Alright, you guys got some splaining to do.
I beg your pardon?
You opened the AB gates before Clover and I got back. I want to know why you would do something like that.
Sigma.
Take a look. Only one was open.
It's not like we opened them all up.
So you're saying only one person or one pair jumped the gun here?
Yes.
Who was it?
I opened it.
Right.
It's not really a big deal, okay? I mean, you came right back. Why? If you hadn't made it back by the deadline, you'd have just defaulted to ally.
No, not just. You would have stolen my vote. Are you telling me you didn't know? Didn't you find one of those notes?
What?
There was no such thing in the pressure exchange.
I didn't see one in the pantry either.
Why am I the only one who ever finds this note? Well, you should probably read it.
Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not a option.
Is it not suspicious that I'm the only one who ever finds this
If
note?
both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized. In other
Penal.
words, one person at...
Alright,
Alright, can we just get to the voting?
Cut me some slack. Of course I would. What the hell, bro?
You said the room you went into was a treatment center, right?
Yeah,
If they treat people there, I think they'd have shelves of medicine and stuff.
yeah.
Did you find any Excelavir?
I forget. No. It's not really the kind of place that just had those. It only had pods. Besides, if we'd found anything to cure Radical 6, we wouldn't have put Cork in the pod.
I see. Can the pod cure Radical 6?
No.
How do you know that?
It said it couldn't. Something about how it can provide relief from the symptoms but can't cure the disease. That's better than nothing though, right? Oh yeah, I mean that's kind of like how HIV goes. There's one more thing about the pods I should tell you. As quick as I could, I explained what the records had said about the pod's occupants and their cold sleep.
Cold sleep?
Are you suggesting that 3 of us were, until recently, cryogenically frozen?
Yep. If you can trust what we read, yeah.
Which of us are the pod people then?
I don't know, but I got a hunch. It didn't say who they were or even if they were frozen.
So this cold sleep, that means they basically froze the body solid, right?
Yep,
Not like how a bear or something hibernates where it just slows way down.
yep. I think so.
So what would happen to the heart?
What do you mean?
Wouldn't it stop when you were put into a cold sleep?
I think?
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, so if we were to go into the cold sleep, you think our bracelets would come off?
Then we can just defrost ourselves right away.
You said there were 3 pods, right?
We'd only need to do it 3 times for the 9 of us.
Uh-huh.
I imagine that will work for you, but perhaps not so much for me.
Oh, the armor.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll figure something out. We should go have a look at any rate. We'll be able to come up with a plan once we know more.
Of course.
Yes.
What?
What?
What do you mean the cold sleep function doesn't work?
Oh, sad.
I'm sorry.
You don't have anything to apologize for, Luna. Zero Senior must have just locked it down.
But when Clover and I were here, it did work.
Yeah, I remember checking it.
Then that bastard set this up. Oh, that's low.
It is not pleasant, but consider this. We have seen how thorough Zero is. Would he really have left such an obvious loophole?
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
If Zero Jr. heard me, he could have shut it off.
Whatever the case, it is an unfortunate outcome.
Right, because, like, in theory, would it have been a loophole? Because what if just Clover and I and Quark used it ourselves while we were investigating the room?
Unfortunate? Really? Aren't you just a little bit relieved? After all, we were gonna get our bracelets off while you were stuck with yours.
Dio, you are such a shit-stirrer.
How could you say that? I would never be so petty as...
Well, I know that you can be a petty-ass bitch, K. Special K. Before K could finish, the announcer's voice echoed out throughout the it's made an announcement.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Well, let's go vote, friends.
Players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline
Time's running out. We should get back, guys.
We should.
I'm staying here. I
Of
can't
course you
leave
are.
Quark.
Are you nuts, old man? You're a solo. Luna and Phi could kill you.
Yeah, I know. I've only got one BP.
Exactly.
Cold Sleep was working earlier. Remember, in one timeline, Quark's bracelet was removed after he went missing. This is true. Yeah, so the way that we put Quark in the sleep pod, and we were honest, and we told everybody, hey, this is what we did. But what if somebody else... Tenmi OG put Quark in the sleep chamber in a different timeline and didn't tell anybody what he did, and it was like his secret plan. Let's get the bracelet off, let's save Quark, and let's get Quark out of here and run out
If you
without
don't
him.
vote, you'll default to ally.
Yeah.
All they have to do is pick Betray.
We won't. You staying here won't change our vote.
Right. We always intended to choose ally. Tenmyoji staying here is just another reason for us to stick to that plan.
And Luna always picks ally.
Luna has the same number of BP as you, Tenmyoji. Normally, the safe plan would be to choose Betray. Since you will be unable to betray them, then Phi and Luna can choose to ally without worrying about their own points.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, there you go. I trust Phi and Luna. I'm sure they'll choose ally.
Sounds good, then. Alright, Tenmyoji, you take care of Quark.
You think I need you to tell me that? I won't take my eyes off him for a minute.
Come on. We don't have much time left. We need to go.
Back at the Floor A warehouse, it's time to vote. Let's do it.
Four minutes.
Alright, you little bitch. Let's go
Okay.
do our thing. Start!
Sigma, do you remember what I said back in the other warehouse?
No, absolutely.
Yeah. Can I, take that back?
Oh, trying to be the good girl now?
I changed my mind a little bit after talking to Tenmyoji. I think we should choose ally.
Well, luckily for you, I am a better person than you are. That's more than just a little bit. That's like someone trading in a Shih Tzu for a German Shepherd. What the hell happened between you two? Did he confess to you who he was?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
I just can't. You'd laugh if I did anyway.
Probably. But that's okay.
Really?
Promise.
Well, I still can't tell you.
Come
I
on.
promised. I
Fuck
told
y'all.
Tenmyoji I wouldn't tell anybody.
Yeah. Alright, fine. I won't ask about it again. But Tenmyoji doesn't really have anything to do with this, right? Our opponent is Quark.
No, he does matter. Quark is really important to Tenmyoji. If we betray Quark, we're betraying Tenmyoji. Come on, don't you remember? When we were going into the red, blue, and green doors, Tenmyoji said something.
I didn't say there wasn't anyone I trusted. There's one person, Clover. I just know that you'll keep him safe.
Yeah.
I can't betray somebody who'd say that about me.
You seemed pretty ready to betray him back on floor B.
That's because I didn't know who he was.
There it is. Okay, so she knows that he's Junpei. Oh, so you're saying you know who Tenmyoji is now?
Well, if what he told me was true, yeah.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Please, choose ally.
I will.
If I try, you'll just throw me off, right? I don't think I'm strong enough to fight you. So...
Okay. I am the man in this situation, so the vote is always mine to do. Ally or betray. Just as Clover had said, betraying Quark was like betraying Tenmyoji. That wasn't even taken into consideration, that Quark's just a kid. Don't worry, game, I'm not gonna betray the child. If I did choose betray, though, I'd have 9 points, but whenever I get 9 points, I get attacked.
10 seconds remain.
Nobody else ever gets attacked. I have to be the good guy. What would my choice be? Alright, let's ally.
3, 2.
Jesus Christ, they make these things so drawn out. Ally.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
What did you choose, Sigma?
Were you not fucking watching? You didn't see me push the button?
No.
Well, you'll know in a moment. Oh, I'm not gonna tell her? I gave her a light pat on the shoulder and headed toward the wall where the results would be displayed.
Results from round 2. Please
Alright, let's see how everybody... Who betrayed? Do you think Phi betrayed to get her 9 points? She likes to do that. Kay and Alice. Betray, of course. Ally. Nice. Sigma and Clover ally. Quark ally. I mean, this worked out about exactly as how you would expect it to have. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
Damn, Alice is really going through it.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
So you chose ally, huh?
Of course. Quark is a sick kid. He's unable to vote. I'm not a fucking monster.
Thank you.
No need to thank me. I just did what any decent human would do. So you guys chose ally too, huh?
Of course. Tenmyoji had only 1 BP left, and he was guaranteed to vote ally. So there's no way we could betray somebody in that position.
If we had, then he'd...
Yeah, you didn't have much choice. Alice, Kay, and Dio, on the other hand, seem to have had a less pleasant round.
Hey, what the hell is your problem? You're either crazy or just an asshole.
He is just an asshole. Quite frankly, I'm glad to see Alice's fury on somebody other than me.
Were you trying to kill me?
No, nothing like that.
Well then, what was it like if we'd voted ally?
You would be dead. The needles in your bracelet would have activated, killing you.
See? That's exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't think there was any way in hell you guys would choose ally, not with Alice's BP at 1. The only way you could possibly vote was betray. Picking ally when I knew you guys would pick betray would have been suicide.
Well, you wouldn't have died. Let's calm down.
You can't die. You've got 6 BP.
Right.
Well, maybe not immediately, no. But I would have been signing my own death warrant. Heck, not just mine. Everyone except Kay's.
What?
Didn't you think it through? Your vote was always going to be betray. Let's say I was a raving lunatic and picked ally. What would happen to Kay's BP?
He'd have 9, and he
6
would have
plus
ditched
3.
us.
See? Then it'd be game of life over. He'd open the number 9 door and blow this popsicle stand. And that'd leave us twisting in the wind, living out the rest of our miserable lives stuck in this place. You see? That's why I chose betray. I did it to save all our necks, including yours.
Alice gritted her teeth and scowled fiercely at Dio, apparently trying to think of a rebuttal before finally snorting indignantly and stalking away. Shortly thereafter, the warehouse was filled with the rumbling sound of the doors sliding shut.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no... The Ambidex...
As many times as we want, eh?
We can play, right?
Hey, didn't Zero Jr. say something about this?
As soon as the gates close, you're prepared.
Alright, new partners, new puzzles. Do we get to go through the third round this time? Luna and Clover are a cyan pair, and Fi and Alice are a magenta pair. The remaining 3 are all solos. Kay is red, Dio is green, and I'm blue. So how are the groups supposed to work?
Yeah, I heard about those. Alice told me about them while we were here waiting for you and Clover. I think I've got them.
Alright, so Fi's gonna do the puzzle, the partnerships. I'm with Tenmyoji and Cork.
Oh, is there only...
Yes. No other... Admit it if they were...
Oh, God. I never thought I'd have to put up with Dio again.
Well, you just didn't think hard enough then. Sooner or later, everybody puts up with Dio.
So, what should we do now?
Good question, Luna.
It looks like we have a lot of time until the primary doors open.
Yeah, damn, almost an hour and a half.
I'm worried about Quark's condition. Those pods can't cure Radical 6. He still needs help.
Well, we don't have anything to lose, so we might as well look for that medicine. Excelavir, right?
Right.
Yeah. What about the rest of you?
Oh, I'll help.
As will I.
Me too.
Fine. I guess I can help.
What about you, Sigma?
Yeah, I'll help. What kind of jerk wouldn't?
Okay. We should split up and search.
Alright, gang, let's split up and look for clues. Dio and Kay were assigned to the pantry, Luna and Alice to the treatment center, and Clover and Fi and myself to the pressure exchange chamber.
Shall we regroup in the Floor B warehouse 10 minutes before the doors open?
Sure. We all nodded. Kay turned to Alice and Luna.
You are going to the treatment center, correct?
Yes.
Then please remember to tell Tenmyoji where we intend to meet and when.
Arc of the Shadow, hello! Okay. I've been swell. Welcome back to stream. I just got back from Florida.
You must also remember to bring Quark with you. I am concerned about removing him from the pod, but it can't be helped. Without Quark's bracelet, Sigma and Tenmyoji will be unable to open the secondary door.
Right. Good. Looks like we got all that straightened out. Let's go.
With a final nod to one another, we split up, each team heading in a different direction. Man, I have been spending way too much time in this room. Alright, boys, whatever nonsense we're about to get into in the pressure chamber, I do apologize for calling it a short stream, but that is what I'm going to do. We're going to do this in the next one. I am still exhausted from my flight dilemmas, and I still have unpacking to do. You see the Christmas tree in the background? God willing, tonight is the night I'll take down my Christmas decor. I got shit that I gotta get done. I have to go be an adult for a little bit. But I will be here next time to continue on this bullshit investigation for the Excelavir. My Christmas was fantastic, Arc of the Shadow. There's the tree, and I will see you all in the next one. I'll come to you guys with a story time. Don't you worry, your precious little ears. If you could leave fuck, I'm losing it. If you could leave a like on the stream, the engagement is super helpful. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I will see you in the next one. Toodles!